Oh, man, here we go back with another one.
Yes, sir and ma'am. We are back. And we're back with a special guest.
Mm-hmm.
And as we always say, he's the most recent, so
he's
the most special. We got a DJ.
Nice.
We've got a producer.
Mm-hmm.
We've got a hip hop aficionado.
Yep.
He done toured. He done been around the world.
Mm-hmm.
We got none other than DJ DN3. DJ DN3 was happening.
What's up, fellas?
What's
going on, man?
Hey,
Thank you for having me, man.
Thanks for being
Oh,
here.
yeah.
I'm
thanks
excited.
For being here, man.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, man. How long was the drive? Was it not too bad?
No, it wasn't. I'm coming from Central. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? So
Okay.
it's not like I'm, all the way in the east.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So it wasn't bad.
Okay.
That's good. That's good.
Good,
I
good,
mean,
good.
all that traffic they be doing on the 10
I know.
nowadays. So I got lucky today.
Yeah.
Right.
You never know when
Yeah,
it's gonna
nothing was
happen.
closed.
Nothing was really
Nothing
close
was
today,
Yeah,
which
that's
is
true.
nice.
That's what's up. Yeah.
Phoenix loves closing freeways.
They do.
Man.
At the wrong time.
Wrong
wrong
time,
time.
always.
Well, you know why it wasn't closed? I just thought about this because they had the NASCAR,
yeah.
the races out here,
Okay.
so they couldn't close it.
I forgot.
Right.
Yeah. Buckeye. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
So they out here.
Speedway.
They
Yep.
out here with the
Right.
rooming out here. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. Minus the Confederate flag.
Yeah, they might
I'll
still
keep
be
forgetting
out there.
You
know what I mean?
You know how I go.
Yeah. So let's get into the man that is DJ DN3, man. Let's start off with your origin story, kind of how you got started in hip hop. Let's go back, way back,
man. I don't know. I mean, where should I start? Just from the beginning.
wherever.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'll tell you from the beginning, man. All right, I'm the youngest out of 7 brothers and sisters.
Oh
right?
wow, okay.
Yeah, so it was just like, music was always in the crib, in the house, and my older brother, he was the one that was the DJ.
Okay.
Yeah, one of my older brothers, right? And like he was the one that was like still in the house too. Like all my other brothers and sisters, like they was too grown. They was out the house, married and doing their own thing.
Okay.
And my brother Stevie, he was in high school. He was a house DJ, did house parties, roller skating rinks, and I was always next to this guy. You know what I'm saying? He had me everywhere with him, man. And then, like, I was about like 5 years old, knew how to hook the equipment up and everything. Like it was just like whenever he's like out or whatever like that, I would just get into his stuff and I just knew how to do it. Like back then things were different, like records and everything, crates and stuff. Couldn't even read, so I had to go by like record labels, like the colors of the and the designs of record labels and stuff.
Okay.
That Epic. I knew Michael Jackson was on Epic. I knew
Gotcha.
Sugar Hill was on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was just like that. And I would just play around with it. You know what I'm saying? And then what happened was my brother, like after he graduated high school, he went to the Navy.
Okay.
And then my whole DJ dreams and aspirations was killed because he sold his equipment.
Oh,
So, right.
So it was all gone. You
it
had
was all
nothing.
gone. I had nothing, exactly.
Yeah.
Nothing but video games.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So growing up like 6, 7, 8, you know what I mean? But loved the music because
Right.
at that time, you know what I mean? Like hip hop was like, it was brand new.
Yeah.
Well, at least, like becoming more mainstream and
Right.
stuff and all like that.
Right,
So
right.
I'm like into it, like everything that I could be into, as it started to become more accessible.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So it was just like, of course, back then, I mean, I wasn't that old, but, of course, Sugar Hill and then,
Yeah.
Run DMC, that was a big thing, LL and all like that.
Right.
Then I got a little deeper, then BDP, Boogie Down Productions.
Yep,
and
yep,
stuff.
yep.
So I'm always, in my head, I'm always, making beats in my head. I mean, I just love like these beats and stuff. Love like the whole thing about hip hop back then.
Okay.
About, and it wasn't until I would say first of all, my mom, she was not about to like buy me a pair of turntables.
Right. Right.
You know
right.
what I mean? Because back then, they was like, nah, this is a fad. You ain't doing that. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's not like, like if I ask for a piano or a guitar, like something more traditional, she would have like helped me with that. Her and my pops and stuff. But she was like, man, nah, you too young for that and all. But that's what I wanted to do.
Right.
Ever since then, you know what I mean? But had no means of doing it.
Right.
So it wasn't until so let's fast forward past high school, going all the way up to while I graduated college.
Okay.
All right. So of course, hip hop and stuff is popping off. Like all the main players, the major players, like Pete Rock.
Yeah.
Like, like all the producers that I like, Premier, whatever, Dre, all those cats, like just coming from back then. You know what I mean? It was all about MPCs, SP1200s, it's the hardware.
Yeah.
Right. That, of course, never had money for that.
Right.
Parents wasn't about to come out of their pocket for that, right?
Right.
But the software revolution, you know what I'm saying? So that came around, I want to say, like 99. I got it was after I got out of school. I got with it stopped me if I'm going too long.
No, you good.
Okay.
This is
yeah, I'll just give you the nutshell.
So you from Philly, right?
Yeah.
So this is all in Philly.
This is all in Philly.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
okay,
Yes, sir.
okay.
Yes, sir. Yes.
I'm trying to give the people the picture. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. And my bad.
So the environment is Philly. You going through all this. Okay.
Absolutely. Like the hometown I come from is called Chester. It's right outside of Philly.
Okay.
It's in between Philly and Delaware.
Okay.
It's like right along 95 and all like that. But it's it's not a suburb. It's a city. It's like, just had to put that in there. So, but the people I was linking up with was in Philly. I went to school in Philly. Shouts out to my very first crew was called Third Floor Records.
Okay.
All right, and I met this cat by the name of John. We call him Bang Bang Simmons, right? Okay. And I was working a temp job, and this is right after high school and all. And I met him on a temp job, like outside of Philly. He was like, "Yo, man, we talked about music a lot. We love Wu, Tribe, all those type of things and stuff like that. We all excited. You know how like you get when you meet a hip hop head. Yeah, you got a lot of stuff to talk about. Yeah, right. Then he was just like, man, I want you to come meet my other dude. You know what I mean? We doing a little something in North Philly. I was like, yeah, I'll come and check him out. Right. So we get to this room, and this like crazy. What want to say? It was like a slum house. Okay. In North Philly. Okay. Not too far from Temple University. And I'm like, damn, is this safe? You know what I mean? Right. It's in the hood, man. Like I'm talking about like crackheads everywhere and everything. Right. And he was like, yeah, man, come on, man. Meet my boy Dane, right? And then Dane, he was our other cat. You know what I mean? God bless the dead. That was my homie. Okay. He was just like, yeah, man, I'm a Wu head, this and everything like that and all like that. And all they had was a keyboard, a computer, and a mic. Okay. I was like, this your studio? He was like, yeah, this is what we do and all like that. Then, started playing me some stuff like, because I never really saw software like
making beats
based on a software.
Right.
Exactly. So he's just like Dane was just like, yeah, man, this is new software. It's Acid and Fruity Loops. Yep. Now this was the same time I started to hear about Ninth Wonder and Little Brother.
Right.
You know what I mean? Right.
And then, because Ninth made it famous.
Yeah. Ninth made it famous, right? And I was working on it before I even heard of like Ninth and all like that. And then we just started getting better and better and just making joints. Crazy. And then just like making joints for like local cats in the neighborhood.
Just for the neighborhood.
Just for the hood. Yeah. You know what I mean? And then, we did our little EPs and stuff and all like that. It was dope. It was dope. So, we did about like a year of, me and like the trio, Third Floor, John, Dane, and me. Okay. Right. And
let me stop you right there real quick.
Ahead, bro.
During that time, the three of you were you mostly making beats, or were you actually spitting some?
Oh no,
some
I was
bars?
just straight beats,
just
man.
Straight beats.
Yeah, man. Okay. I'd never I would write like a bar here and there, but I wasn't serious. Never was serious with it.
Never were serious about writing.
Okay. Nah.
It was more about the beat making.
It was more was the beat. That was where my heart was. Yeah. Okay. Always was.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep,
you know what I'm saying? Leading up until now, up until then, and so what happened, like, all right, so we, you know, the crew kind of split up. All right. And when that happened, I think John, we had like a few, like a little roster of artists and MCs, singers and stuff
that
like
y'all have been working with.
That we're working with.
Right.
And we actually put together a vinyl.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, you know, cool. You know, I'm like, man, I'm gonna have, you know, production on a record. You know what I'm saying? Like that.
Yeah.
And you know, back then it was big. You know
That's
what I'm
a big
saying?
thing. Of course.
Yeah, it's big.
Yeah.
You know, the radio station Power 99. You know, like you know how those radio stations, they'll have like a local segment.
Right.
They'll have us on and stuff and all like that. And we did that a couple times and all like that. And so the moment, I'll tell you the crazy thing. The moment I thought that I was like, wow, you know, I mean, I might be somebody. Is I was at one of my boys' cribs. Like this is like kind of like after the fact, and then there was like a crackhead on the street with a crate of records, right? And then he was trying to sell these records to like just people coming and stuff. So I was just like, let me see these records and stuff. I shit you not. Because
Yeah.
My bad.
Yeah, you're good.
Okay. I shit you not, man. He tried to sell me my own record. It was the record that we pushed out on viral.
Really?
It was in that. Yeah, I was like, well, he might have got that in the 99-cent bin, but still, you know what I mean? I was like, wow, you know what I mean? I didn't know this guy from a can of paint, man.
Right.
That's
So
crazy.
I thought that was so fun.
That's
man.
dope.
But yeah, that was that. All right, so fast forward. You know what I mean? I just kept up with it, you know what I'm saying? Started working with like other artists and all. And that's when I got with a cat by the name of O'Henny.
Okay.
Savant. All right. Back then he was O'Henny. And he at Temple University, there was a hip hop class.
Okay.
And you know, like a lot, like everybody, students could come in, neighborhood people could come in, and it was a big thing. You know,
which is kind of probably before its time at that time, right? Like
yeah,
nobody was
you know,
really doing hip hop classes,
right? In college, right?
In college,
right? Exactly. It was like one of those type of deals, like, and then like of course, you know, it was a big deal, like because like a lot of people, they would have like different speakers come. Professor Griff came, like this different, like, you know, we had Lady B, like all like legends,
right?
And stuff would just come and do lectures and stuff, and then also, you know, like O'Henny had a class where it was like a how to MC class,
Okay,
where he broke down like the whole schematics on, you know, being an MC and stuff. So I would be just coming in there, just giving like, you know, pointers on how to do beats and stuff.
Okay.
All right. So within that, there was another brother that came in by the name of Raheem Jarbo.
Yeah. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
So yeah.
Sounds familiar.
Yeah. So my man O'Henny was like, yo, man, I want you to meet this dude, Raheem. You know, we used to be in a group together. Like we want to do this whole group thing. So we had like a collective, and it was called Ram Nation.
Okay.
Right? RAHM Nation.
Okay.
And then, you know, we had a couple other like local cats that came in with us and stuff like that. Then, you know, I was back then at my house studio doing some beats and stuff and all like that, man. I'm like, yo, this like they were like, O's nice. Raheem was nice. I'm gonna say Raheem back then. He went by Random.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm like, man. So he was just like, man, Mel, let's get together. Let's make an album. I need to record something, because like he's always recording in these CD spots.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And the quality wasn't that good. Not saying that I had the best quality, but you know, I think like he just wanted to work with me a lot because we had a good chemistry.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's key, man.
Yeah.
Having good chemistry and finding somebody
Right.
that you can work with and, you know, just meld with musically.
Yeah.
When you talk musically, not just outside of like being friends and all that stuff, but talking musically,
Yeah.
I think it's so important, man. Like just the chemistry, you know, between, because you're basically communicating in a different language.
Yeah.
That not a lot of people know
Absolutely.
how to communicate it.
Absolutely.
You know?
And I'm gonna tell you something too about Rand, man. And it was this was the thing, because like, of course, you working with a lot of local cats, man. Cats got dreams and aspirations of trying to do this.
Of course.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying? Some
course.
cats is basically like, yo, I mean, you love their drive, but you know, you know, deep down, it's like, nah,
They don't
man,
have
you're not.
talent.
Yeah, they ain't got it. You know what I mean?
Right.
I did a lot of that. Like, now working with Rand, like, it was just the thing. It's just like that cat was so easy to work with. Like, he's like, let me check out some beats and stuff like that. You know, all right, cool. I'm thinking he gonna be like, you know, coming back to me, like maybe like a week or two later, have songs written and stuff. This cat was like, all right, man, I got something right now. In 20 minutes.
That's fire.
20 minutes. Like
Fire.
right. No less than a half an hour. Like he got whole joints, hooks written right there.
That's crazy.
So let's turn the mic on.
Right.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Yeah,
That's
I
fire.
mean, do you know how like
Yeah.
rare that is?
Yeah.
Super rare.
You know what I'm saying? So, all right, so cool, man. So we started working on this album, and I know he talks a lot about this in his book. You know what I'm saying? And like this was his project, right? And we recording joints, man. We recorded about like 15, maybe 20 joints and stuff. And then back then, like I remember afterwards, man, like I had a cheap hard drive. I was doing everything in my internal hard drive instead of having an external. Learned that lesson right there. Computer crashed, everything gone.
Yeah.
Heartbreak, man.
Heartbreak.
Yeah.
I wanted to quit music altogether.
Jeez.
Altogether.
That's like your life's
Right.
life
Savings.
because not just
It's
his
gone.
stuff was in it. I had like beats and stuff that I had.
Right. Your life
man.
savings was just wiped
exactly.
out. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, I was done. So Rand was like, "Nah, man, come on, man, let's get back in the studio. Let's do some other stuff, man." I was like, I don't know if I got it in me. He was like, "Nah, you got it in you." You know what I mean? So it was just joints. It wasn't even like joints that I had like that I was working with. It was just joints as we were going, we were creating.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And then we just went in there and just busted out. I know he had like some other producers on there. And the thing about him too, which impressed me a lot, because this dude, like, he actually did the legwork to get like other known producers on there. Like, you know what I mean? I dealing with like in Philly, like just being in like the shows and stuff and all like that, and like cats by the name of like J Live was like local back then. When Ninth Wonder would come and all like that and all, like he would do the politicking, and he would actually get, you know, connections and beats.
Right.
You know, Wordsworth was on the joint, and then also this was the MySpace days too.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
like just it was a different way of connecting with talent
Right.
out there. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
that was really the beginning of like being able to network outside of your community and be able to reach out to people direct.
Absolutely.
And MySpace was huge for music in general. Like it was probably even though it was a social site, you know, i.e. a Facebook or Instagram, it was huge on integrating music into the base. Like your page, you could have
a music page.
You could have a music page, and then you could have a personal page with your playlist in the page, right there.
Exactly. When cats come to your page,
click on the click it, right,
it started automatically. Yeah.
Right.
That's why I miss it so much, man. I mean, that whole, like when the Facebook takeover came, I was just like, oh, this is gonna be different, man. So like. And when we worked on that project, the call, that album, it was just like, you know, that was his baby. You know what I'm saying? So what happened was, it was just like every, you know, city that you're in, like, okay, Philly is a major city, like especially when it comes to music, and all like that. So around that time, the whole neo soul, like back then, like, you know, Music Soul Child, Jill Scott, and you
India
know,
R.
all that. Like that whole thing was exploding in Philly.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So it was just like,
I would have loved to have been there at that
oh
time.
man,
I love that.
It was actually dope, man. Like Jazzy Jeff, like would have cats, and I, you know, went to a studio a couple times, and I mean, of course, I was a fly on the wall,
right?
You know what I'm saying? But it was just amazing, just seeing them cats like Kev Brown come in there and all like that. But like it was popping,
right?
You know what I'm saying? So of course, there was a lot of things in politics like overshadowing some stuff. You know what I'm saying? So Rand was just like, I think, you know, that whole thing, like they would have like recognition like outlets and stuff like the Philly Hip Hop Awards and stuff like.
Okay.
The way that they overlooked that project, he didn't like it. So I mean, it was basically I didn't know, that we had something. So I did. I was proud of it. I knew that I was working with a classical MC.
Right.
You know what I mean? Actually, a group. O2, and but. Of course, you're not gonna get the props that you deserve at home. Right. Just like the Roots didn't when the Roots started out. Yeah. They had to go overseas.
Yep. Very
and
true.
then they came back.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So Rand, like he was, teacher, back then, started in Philly, and he was like, man, I'm getting out of here. I was like, word? I mean, he was like, look, man, it's either Florida or Arizona. Cause he was like trying to get another job and all like that. And the dude, you could just tell like back then he had wanderlust. He was willing to just go and he just hit the road and just perform anywhere he could for free.
Right.
I mean, this was how it was back then. You know what I'm saying? I was like, word, man, and back then, I was going through my separation, divorce and everything like that.
Right.
So he was just like, man, I got a job in Arizona. I'm going. I said, word, this is 2006.
Okay.
I was like, okay, word, like that. So he moved out here, took his, I don't know what he had, like a Kia or something, just packed his whatever, his bags and just took the whole trip. Then he started hanging out in the conservatory.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And started doing, flew out here a couple times. Like, okay, he tried to do his thing and all like that. So when I said I was done in Philly, I said, all right, man, I'm coming here. I'm coming with you. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's what happened a year later. And then we was off to the races. You know what I'm saying?
So basically 2007 you
2007.
Okay.
Yep.
Cool.
So that's it, man. I mean, in a nutshell. That's the origin story.
That's fire. That's fire.
When did you become known as DN3, and what does DN3 stand for?
Okay, that's a great question. Okay, I started to go by Dynasty 3 first.
Dynasty 3?
Yeah, third dynasty, because I'm a big Egypt head, ancient Egypt and stuff all of that. Yeah,
we might have to go down a little side road because that's one of my favorite subjects. Right?
Egyptology,
he's big and all that.
I mean, hence the Yep.
Yeah.
So it was just like a lot of stuff. It's not nothing that I studied actually in a
this is your own,
right? Just my own. I was always fascinated.
It's like a hobby in a sense,
absolutely, even since I was a kid, So you know what I mean. So I started looking up stuff. I just thought it had I studied all just looked into all of the dynasties and stuff like that. And the third dynasty, I was Dozier, Pharaoh. Yeah, back then, if you going through all your pharaohs and stuff like that. So I was like, man, 3 is my favorite number.
Okay.
So I was just like, it was a little bit. Elaborate name just to call somebody hey, third dynasty, what I'm saying? Back then, a lot of cats and stuff would have crazy names and stuff before they really get established and stuff.
Right.
So, I shortened that up and I just said DN3, for Dynasty 3. And then it was my boy O'Henny's idea for me to take that 3 and make it a superscript. You know what I mean? Just to make it different. You know what I'm saying? A trademark. Yeah.
Right.
So that's what I ran with. So it was just DJ DN3 from there.
Okay.
Nice, dude. Yeah. That's cool.
That's dope. So let's talk about the Arizona. Now you're in Arizona. Everything's new. Obviously, you and Rand are picking up kind of where you left off, trying to get everything going out here. What was that process like for you? Because obviously he was already out here by the time you came out here.
Yeah.
So you came out here and you guys are starting your guys' thing back up, but you also got to get your footing.
Absolutely.
And create your name out here by yourself. So what was that process like in going through that?
It was a rebirth, man. I mean, the difficult part was that, we all had day jobs.
Right.
So, you know what I mean? When I came out here, you know, I like my background is IT. You know what I mean? Did like a lot of support stuff. So, you know, of course, that was like my main priority first, you know, beside the music, was finding a job. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So,
Paying
you know,
the
of course, paying bills and all like that. So, I know, like, we lived in a house in Levine.
Okay.
Yeah, and it was like before I got
anything
there,
was out there.
before anything, like when everything was just coming up. Yeah,
Right.
exactly. And Graham was living there, I guess, for that whole that year, and he lived in the crib with what was this, 1, 2, 3, 4 other cats.
Okay.
It was a nice big house out there and all, and of course one of the cats that was living in the main bedroom, he was a musician too.
Okay.
And a teacher.
Okay.
Played guitar, and he taught middle school, I believe, like music and stuff. So, shouts out to Greg, man, Greg Schreier. I think he in China now, right?
Just killing it out there.
Just teaching.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
teaching,
that makes
yeah.
sense.
So this is a house full of like
just
creatives that work in regular day jobs.
Yeah, most of them. Yeah, creators. I remember. Yeah, Mike Morrell, man. Like by the time I got there, cats were like branching out.
Okay.
You know, they were getting families, meeting girls, and
Gotcha.
you know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
But Greg
Gotcha.
was still there, and Ram was still there. So I was like, yeah, let me, you know, move into. So that's when we set up our shop.
Okay.
You know, the studio and stuff. I built, you know, my studio in the crib. Played drums for a little bit and all like that, and yeah, man. I mean, it was cool because I mean, like he was still solidifying himself out here,
right,
and stuff and all, and just like the thing about Rand, man, it was just like knowing who the players were.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Back then, man, like I don't know if you guys remember like Monster Inc. and you know, rest in peace to Trap House and stuff and all like that.
Trap House,
yeah, he did like a lot of like Polyan, man, and then I was just, you know, just there and all, and of course I wanted to like solidify myself as a DJ.
Right.
So the spot that I would hit up a lot was the Hidden House.
Okay. Yep.
You know what I mean? Shouts out to Al Page, DJ Al Page.
Yep.
And he had it out, like the thing that I loved about the Hidden House, it was that hole in the wall vibe with just good music.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It was just like man, it reminded me of some spots back in Philly.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it was just like, yo, I'm feeling the vibe and stuff and all like that. And I would just go in, introduce myself to the DJs and stuff like that. And Al, you know what I mean? Like anytime that I can get on, you know what I mean? Like Al would be like, hey man, you know, you want me to like, Al would be like, yeah, you want to play for a half an hour or something like that and like that. I said, sure.
Yeah, of course.
Bring my hard drive in. And then, you know, I would rock for like a half hour, 40 minutes and stuff like that. And I think, you know, he was feeling the vibe and all like that.
Okay.
So, you know, we did it, like they call it the shop. And that's where pretty much I like kind of like, you know, made my footing as a DJ at first. So, yeah, man. Good days.
Yeah, I believe it. I believe it.
Good old days.
So as you get through the transition, making your name, what was kind of your aha moment out here where you felt like, okay, I feel like I'm gonna start transitioning to maybe I can start getting away from the day job a little bit, focus more on this.
Well, I mean, tell you the truth, man, I never got away from the day job. But what happened was, all right, so it was 2000, I think it was 09.
Okay.
All right. 09. And actually I was actually involved with this chick and all, and she had a lot of time. She had a lot of people out in San Francisco.
Okay.
All right. So I was just like, okay, man, maybe, you know, this thing is getting serious, you know. So I was like, man, I'm gonna move out to San Francisco to see what it is. Plus, I have a brother, the same brother, that you know got me into DJ.
Okay,
he lives out in Stockton, which ain't far.
Oh, you live right there. Yeah. I'm originally from Sacramento, so I know.
Oh, yeah. Stockton in the middle, right?
Yeah, right there.
Right. Yeah, okay. You from Sac? Okay. Yep. Yeah. So he from like Stockton, man. Yeah, that's a hell of a town.
Yeah, different.
You know
Yeah.
what the issue is. Boy.
Yeah, it's different.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I stayed out. I did that for a year out there, and ran like I guess it wasn't like we were making our like, because at that time he was making his transition into like doing music full time, because he had that tour with what's his name, MC not from Chris.
Yes.
That was his big moment, the breakout moment.
Okay.
You know, and then I was just like, man, I knew I couldn't do that with him.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So it was just like, okay, I'm gonna go out to San Fran. Let me see what the vibe is out there.
Right.
You know what I mean? And then do my DJ thing and stuff. But we still working together.
Right.
You know, with the beats and stuff like that. Yeah. So as he was doing that, he did that big tour, and he said he couldn't look back. You know what I mean? And I was like, I was proud of him. You know, but I was like, I couldn't make that move, so I didn't know whether I was like going to go my own way or whatever, and then work like that. So I did the San Fran thing for about like a year and a half. It didn't work out, man. Let's just say I'm paying twice as much for a living with half the space that I was used to.
Yep.
Right.
In Arizona. You know
Yep.
what I'm saying? So I was working out there for a software company or whatever like that and all. And then it just wasn't happening, man. So I got laid off.
Okay.
Like, it was a layoff situation. And me and like my ex, we broke up. It was a tough time. So I was like, you know what? Rand was like, man, yo, you need to come back here. So I was like, okay. So what I did was I was just like, all right, let me, sign up for my unemployment benefits from Cali.
Right.
You know what I mean? Luckily it happened in Cali, you know what I'm saying? And then let me take this act on the road with Rand.
Yeah.
While I was, so that gave me a little bit of financial stability.
A little leeway. Yep.
A little leeway.
For sure.
Yeah, so that was, and it was like, man, I did that for about like almost 2 years, man, and was on the road doing tours.
That's
with
fire.
Rand, so
That's fire.
Yeah, but shout out to Rock for like, it was timing with that. You know what I'm saying?
Of course. Yeah.
But I mean, other than that, though, man, I mean, it's not that. I mean, of course, it would be awesome, like to like just do like just music as a career and all like that, man. I mean, I was always wired to like just have that footing to just be you know what I mean? A day job, as long as I love what I do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's it.
And I don't like take that stress home with me.
Right.
And it gives me leeway to do my music.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I mean? I can make that work.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So DJ and producer making beats, is there something, do you prefer one over the other? Like, do you prefer DJing over making beats, or do you prefer making beats over DJing?
Man, I mean, I gotta be honest, man. I mean, it's a DJ in my name for a reason. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's just not that I'm saying that, like, it's just like the DJ thing is just like ever since I was a kid, like just rocking parties for the family and friends that would come over.
Right.
Well,
You know what I mean?
It's
that
like
was
seeing the crowd.
Right. It's just seeing the crowd, like,
and
the
people getting people moving.
right,
and stuff
that
like
energy.
That. Yeah,
absolutely, that energy
feeding
and all
the
like that.
energy. Yep.
Now, I mean, like producing. I mean, it's definitely. I see it like like in school, when you study like macroeconomics, microeconomics and stuff. Right. Microeconomics, I would like probably akin to like producing, because you're actually making the jams. You know what I'm saying? DJing is like you know, it's just playing the jams, like creating the vibe off of other people's music and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, both are art forms.
Yes.
Like, to me,
for sure.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
both are very.
And then
creative.
when you can make the jams and then play those jams, then it makes it even better. You know what I'm saying?
You know, definitely. If the crowd is into it, you know what I'm saying?
mean?
So
That's funny,
absolutely,
man.
bro.
So off the cuff, you had a show on Radio Super called Off the Cuff. Let's talk about that. How that get started. how it went. You know what I mean? Let's talk about the vibes of that.
Oh man, off the cuff, man. That was the most fun I never want to have again. So, no, it was real dope, man. It was real dope. Yeah. So, all right. First of all, the way I got down with Radio Super, you know, what I mean, shouts out to TJ Super Hype, man. Yeah, man. That's my brother. Brothers for life, man. Like, for sure. Like, we had before Off the Cuff, I was actually down with a show called Mid-Noon Marauders, right? And then that we rocked that show for years. So that was done with a sister by the name of Danielle Nieto and Mimi Kubias, right?
Okay, yeah,
Mimi, that's the homie. I saw her last night, man. Mimi, man, she out there. She's still social butterfly as much as she is. So we did the show. It was a dope show, man. Like, I got down with it because I think Danielle, she actually knew Super first, and so, like, she approached, or I don't know how it came together, but it was like more of a show regarding like social justice and like the issues and stuff.
Right.
It's like for like a lot of that. And you know, my role was like, you know, music director and all like that. And that's what I did. And we did that for a year. It was pretty cool, man. We, you know, had a lot of topics, a lot of good guests and stuff and all. So after I did that stint, then I was just like, okay, it was a brother. I don't know if you remember this brother, man. His name was Lefty, right? Kareem. I don't know if you, like, he very, 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 like, he's from Philly as well. Okay. Right? Very, very, let's just say he's very eccentric. Okay. But he had, like, this knack with him where people would gravitate to him. And he was Rand's homie before I knew Rand. Okay. So he moved out here as well. Okay. And when I say eccentric, right, I don't know if you remember this, but it was a few years back, and this was the time of Jody Arias.
Okay, yeah. Yeah.
I'm gonna put this out here too because like it's funny, man, with this brother, like he won't deny it either. He attended this case, like they were having it, like it was 2 trials. It was I think the first trial, and I think the second trial he went to, he just sat in the courtroom, like just sitting there taking notes and stuff. And
not part of the jury.
Not part of, just
sitting in
the jury.
Interesting. Okay.
Interesting dude, right? Okay. So he had this stance, right? Now, mind you, like back then, I mean, we was all homies, right? Now, but he had this stance that pissed off a lot of people, man. Like he actually was one of those people that defended Joey Harris, right? So exactly. So you got to be really careful on how you associate yourself. Right. You know what I mean? So, all right. So where I'm getting at this. So I was like, okay. So Super was like, man, you need to come out with a show, Lefty, man, because the stuff that you say, and it was like on some like shock jock stuff and all like
right. Yeah.
Like, this dude would say like the most outlandish stuff.
Yeah.
But like he had an appeal to him. So I was like, okay, maybe we should do something or whatever like that. So that's how Off the Cuff came together. Okay. He named it Off the Cuff. All right. So I was like, okay, you know, maybe I'll you know, do the music thing. We'll do interviews and stuff, and not just like music people, but I just wanted to stay community based as well. Of course. You know what I mean? Try to get some people, like local people, local businesses. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like just people that are, you know,
in the community, yeah.
Right,
for sure.
Right. That was like our whole like steez just coming, like that was our mission. Right. So of course, Lefty, as unstable as he was, he kind of like, you know, fell off the show. Okay. And then shouts out to my sister Lisa Arenas. Yep. She stepped in. Okay. Very cool chick, man. Met her at, I think it was Rampage had an event or something. Okay. And like she was like kind of dealing with that and all. So we all did this Rampage event, and that's how we kind of gelled everything together. Okay. She got down with Radio Super.
Of course, yeah.
And then we rocked that for a few years, man. Yeah. It was a good ride.
Okay.
You know?
So what? So
Yeah.
so you know, never again. Why never again? How did it end? Why did it end?
Okay, well, I mean,
We can get into it.
it was like, you know, I mean, it wasn't so much bad, but like, you know, the whole thing, you know, like with Lefty and all like that, dealing with that was a lot of work.
Okay.
You know what I mean? A lot of work footage and stuff and all like that. So I would attribute like that most fun I never want to have again to that part. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Got me working with Lisa and stuff like that. I guess like what happened was everything ran its course.
Gotcha.
And all like a lot of different stuff started coming up. I think she was dealing a lot of like she was actually working in a dispensary.
Okay.
So she's very heavy like into like the whole marijuana scene and everything. Like this is way before it went
legal,
legal
that
like
shit,
that. Yeah. So but you know medical
Just
and
back
all
with
like that. She was
medical
doing medical
cards
stuff
and all that.
like
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, we did a lot of events like that and all like that. So, and then I mean, I had a lot of stuff going on too as well. I was trying to get like a lot of my DJ gigs and stuff. I just didn't have time for it.
Right.
So that's how pretty much that kind of like fizzled out that. Yeah.
Okay.
But I mean, I'm down with still down with Radio Super. Every once in a while, I do this mix. Actually, me and DJ Panic, we co-host that Friday Lunchbox mix.
Yeah.
That's been going for a long time.
Yeah.
And we do that whenever we can.
Okay.
And all like that. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
We got to dive into Mega Ran's new album, Live 95, because you're featured on there a couple times. How many tracks on there are your beats on there?
Man, I would say it's probably like 65%.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, 65%, man.
Okay.
And I mean, first I want to say like I'm proud of him. I mean, I'm like working with Ran. I mean, and like we've done lots of projects.
Right, right.
And then his whole persona with the nerdcore and everything like that. So it was, I want to say, it was when the Suns was going on their run.
Okay.
This last season.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? We went to a couple playoff games. And then he was like, man, he said, I'm inspired. You know what I mean? I love this basketball shit, man. And I mean, we big Philly fans still, Sixers and all like that and all. So he was like, I'm thinking this is going to be on some, he said, yeah, I want to do something. So I'm thinking this is going to be on some side project EP, type stuff like that and all. But nah, man, this cat just went in there and then just took these beats and just blew it.
He
water. he blew it out the wall. Like he was like, of course, the way like we would do things is, I mean, I've never ever had like an issue with him sending him stuff. And he'd be like, yo, change this or change that or anything like that with him, man. Like anything that like I would come up, especially on that project, he would come back with like just like, yo, dang, or you went there, you know what I mean?
Right.
And then like shouts out to Bag of Tricks.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Bag of Tricks.
He recorded, I think, most of the album.
Okay.
In his studio.
Okay. Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to HKS, man.
Yeah, man. Felix, he did his thing, man.
Yeah, for sure.
Engineering and stuff and all. And man, like.
Well, shout out to you, man, because you did 65% of the beats on there, man. It's fire, dude.
What's your favorite track, if you can think of it? What's your favorite track that you produced on the album?
That I produce?
Yeah, that you produce. The one that every time you hear it, you're like, yeah, I did that. You know what I'm saying? Because you know how I feel.
Yeah. Well, all right. Well, I mean, that's a 2-part answer because like the favorite, like it's not my favorite beat, but my favorite track because of what he's saying. It has to be Craig Hodges.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, cause like basically, like if you remember like the Bulls back then, and he was on the early
I was just listening to that today, man.
The Craig Hodges, that like it's not my favorite beat, and it's so funny because it was his idea to put the Griselda.
The Griselda.
I was like, yo, this works. Yeah.
It worked. It did work.
It worked. You know what I'm saying? But the joint that I probably like was like, oh, that I did was I want to say Flight 2.0.
Okay. Yeah.
Because
man.
and
I love
I
that
mean
track, dude.
let me interject, you know, back to the origin story.
Okay. Yeah, for sure.
I'm a big like I'm one of the biggest Jay Dilla fans that you ever gonna see.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? So it was just like that reason why it's called Flight 2.0 because he actually did a track, the first Flight track, and it was a mixtape joint.
Okay.
And he did that. Shouts out to that Judgment from TSOI. He did that with Judgment, and then Spanfly. If you remember them guys. Spanfly. They actually did. I have it like somewhere as a mixtape.
Shout out to Spanfly.
Yeah, man. I'm trying to like that dude's a politician now, ain't he?
Yeah, he's like, he's out here running every day. And,
yeah,
man, for sure.
Spanfly. Shouts out to him too. So like they did a mixtape joint called Flight, and they was talking about, you know, kicks,
right,
and all. So he's like, yo, man, Ram, you know, he was like, yo, why don't we bring this joint back or whatever, right? So I was like, okay, maybe I can like kind of make something on that same tempo, because I think he did it like the mixtape joint. It was a Raphael Sadiq instrumental.
Okay,
you know what I mean? I think it was from one of his albums or whatever like that. So I was like, I came up with this, like, it was to find a way, like the Tribes find a way to flip to it and all, like, but I did it in like an 8-bit flip.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then I kind of put like a little like bounce to it. You know what I'm saying? Like, so but it was just basically, it was my nod to Jay Dilla.
Yeah, okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, like I haven't had, like, a lot of people, they would like redo beats or, you know what I'm saying, and like that. I was like, I didn't want to do something that'll like straight bite it, but just something that'll just give it like, hey man, this is dedicated to, you know what I'm saying. So I mean,
that's fire.
Yeah,
and that's one. I mean, that's obviously, you know, that was one of the singles, right? I mean, starting off. I
think that was
that joint is fire.
Yeah, it's a good video too, man.
Yeah,
I must say. So
yeah. Did you do who did 1995?
That track right there, that was like, shouts out to G1. That was probably one of my favorite joints on the joint. Like I mean, because it's that, and I want to say the last joint, the one that I was actually spitting on, that was by K Murdoch.
Okay.
Yeah. Them two joints right there, like, I mean,
last track is so jazzy, man. It's
and I think
crazy.
it was a cat by the name of Robo Rob that he plays keys. He one of Nerdcore cats.
Yeah.
Very, very talented.
Fire.
Very, very talented, man. Love it.
So were you able to get on the road? You were able to get on the road with them this past tour?
Yeah, for a little bit. I did like the first few shows, like the West Coast, like the Cali joints and stuff like that, and it was a lot of fun, man. Couldn't do the whole thing, but
right.
Yeah, man. Shouts out to them dudes, man. Like that he went on tour, like the 4-Eyed Horsemen. Fun a lot, man. Very cool dudes. Lars, Schaefer, they very cool.
How was the that experience? The dates that you went on, and how was that?
It was dope, man, because like what I was doing, of course, like, you know, I would like be the one to have like my idea was like, yo, let me start y'all shows out just playing like some sets and stuff. So I mean, I liked it. Now I like that run was so dope because it's just like, I was talking to Ram and I was telling him about like how much like these verses that just came out, like because of the pandemic, like the verses and stuff.
Right.
Yo, the thing that was getting me hype about those verses was the DJs.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Like the DJs that were like involved, like with the and they inspired me. I think it was.
Well, you had Battle Cat on. Wasn't he on the Snoop? He was.
Was he?
He was on one of them. I can't remember. I think Battle Cat was on one of them.
You probably was Snoop and DMX.
I think it was Battle Cat.
It was Battle. Battle. Yeah, but he's a dope ass producer.
Right.
Too. That dude. I'm one of his minions too. Man.
Yeah. Battle Cat. Yeah.
Yeah, that dude. And then it was like, what was it? Was it Ghost and Ray, the DJs for them? Like, and then they would have these dope ass, like like interludes, like or not, you know what I mean? Like the intermission sets and stuff, like
Right.
you know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, man, these DJs, and then you was to see the comments, oh, DJs are fire. I'm like, yo,
Right.
that really inspired me to get my show game together.
Got you.
You know what I'm saying?
Got
So
you.
when I went on this run, you know what I mean? I was just like, all right, I know the crowd. You know, most of them are here to see nerdcore stuff. I'm gonna try to blend the nerdcore with the real, with the, you know what I'm saying? So it was just like a good thing, like that people were.
Nice.
I got a lot of
a nice blend.
nice blend, to get people like popping with it. So yeah, man.
What was your favorite spot that you guys went to on the tour?
It was a spot called the Casbah.
Okay.
Right, that's in San Diego.
I was just gonna say that sounds like San Diego.
Yeah,
to me.
San Diego, man. Now the reason why I say the Casbah, it was dope. Not only did we have a dope crowd, it was actually the first, like when we did the in 07. Like I guess this was our first like real like nerdcore show.
Okay.
When he first got into it, you know,
Okay,
that's when
okay.
we first met like cats like Lars and everything like that, and it was like memorable. So like the spot it's dope because it's right by the airport. So it's just like every once in a while you just hear and see planes coming like take off and then land and stuff like, and then like, you know, when they close to the ground, man, it's like so big, you know what I mean? Like you go outside like, oh, you know.
Right. You think they're gonna land
on
on you, right?
Land on us or what? But like, nah, it was very nice vibe, man. And then when I actually had forgot about that spot, but when we got there, I was like, oh, okay, I remember this is the very first whatever. So it was like it was sentimental to me.
Yeah.
Dope.
Shout out to San Diego though, man, because I feel like, you know, my sisters live out there and just we go see shows and stuff
It's
when I
a
go
gem.
visit.
Yeah,
and
the vibe.
there is
a gem, bro.
it's a vibe, dude. And
It's
it's
expensive.
just it's like it's a little bit low key, like it's not, you know,
Yeah.
it's not crazy,
Nah,
but they
there
just
goes a
have
vibe.
like just a vibe to it, man.
And
It's
I'm gonna
really
tell
cool.
I'm gonna tell you one other thing that I talked to all my friends about San Diego. I've never had a bad food experience
No.
in San Diego, man. That's so underrated.
Yeah.
No.
Oh,
Like when it comes to sushi, you know what I mean? Like Mexican, like burritos, Mexican, whatever. Like that. I never had a bad food
Yeah.
experience.
Downtown
Ramen.
San Diego,
Yeah,
man.
man.
Old town San Diego.
by the way, Phoenix, get your act together, man. Because like, it is true, man. Like you always say too. Like we don't have a lot of local.
Well, you got to go to downtown though. That's
Yeah,
the
you gotta go
only
to
thing.
downtown.
But it's
like,
not.
But once you get out of downtown,
It's yeah. I mean, one thing I will say about Phoenix though, it's just like it's a lot of stuff out here, but you got to know the good places.
Right, you have to know.
where to go,
Yeah, you got to
for
know.
sure.
I
I
tell
feel like you
everybody,
could walk in San Diego and just hit up a joint and it's
yeah,
just like,
on the humble.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Oh, what is this? Oh, damn, this is dope.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
yeah, it's
that's a fact.
Yeah, man.
But that's
like,
Cali vibes too, you know.
Yeah.
That's just
yeah.
one of
just
those
Cali,
things. Yeah.
Word.
Mom and pop shops everywhere. You
Word.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you got any new projects or anything like that coming up? You're working on that you could talk about?
Yeah, man, absolutely, man. I want to and shouts out to my man Nomad, man, Nick Norris. We did a couple of joints back in the a few years back. So right now we're starting to get back into like the swing of like the first stages of like coming up with this next one.
Okay.
You know what I
Nice.
mean? Congrats to him, man. He's getting married next year. I'm a DJ his wedding.
Congratulations, man.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Yeah,
congratulations.
man. Yeah, so working with that. I want to say shout out to Lost Perception.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Lost
Because he
Perception.
just dropped this big, like this album, like a beat joint, man, where he did collabs with like a lot of other like,
Yeah,
producers.
I saw
on
that,
it,
yeah.
man. Love that joint, man. Like I was happy to be on that. Shouts out to them producers and stuff. So now, like from that, I guess he got a shot in the arm. Now he was like, yo, I need to do some more work, man. So it's not like we're doing it. It's me, Lost, and K Murdoch going to work on a project with Ran. Like all
Fire.
of us. So I'm excited about that. So right now, I mean, that's all I'm gonna say. You know what I mean? I don't know when it's coming out.
Nice,
like,
yeah,
we
nice
starting
little
to do that.
tease.
So
I like
yeah.
the tease. That's kind
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
So,
you better lock that away, man. You know,
in there.
yeah,
I'm
you gotta
saving that in there. You know what I'm saying?
for sure.
Yeah, so,
Have you ever thought about bringing like a radio show or any type of visual content back? You know what I'm saying? That's of your own. I know you said it takes a lot of time and energy, but
yeah. I mean, I don't rule it out.
Okay.
I mean, right now, I can't say that I could do something like in the near future. But you know, of course, I mean, I love this stuff, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's not something that I could say that I'm gonna just get away from. You know, I can't rule it out.
If it happens, it happens.
Yeah, if it happens, it happens. Of course, you know, definitely, you know, you gotta have a good supporting cast too,
Right.
man. I mean, I
Right.
see the way y'all work. I mean, it's just, you know, you definitely gotta have that chemistry there
for
too,
sure. Right.
and
For
it's
sure.
consistency. It's just like I just don't want to like dedicate myself to something and then not have the consistency.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You
Yeah,
gotta be all
understandable.
in with this.
Yeah, you do.
You
Word
do
up,
for
man.
sure.
Yeah.
Yes, you do.
Quick random. Were the pyramids tombs or not tombs?
Tombs?
You think they were tombs?
They they were tombs in there, man. That's proven, right?
We talk. We be talking afterwards.
Okay.
Man. I got some stuff for
Put
you.
me on though, because I'm ready to listen, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, put me
got
on,
you.
man.
You know, I won't waste anybody's time here. But you know what I'm saying?
Nah. Put me on.
Well, Dynasty 3,
Yes, sir.
Melvin, DJ DN3.
Bought the government out.
Hey, you know what I'm saying? Hey, we appreciate your time, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Thank you for having me.
You want to give the people where they can find you, your Instagram, your Facebook, all that good stuff. Some shout outs.
No doubt, man. I mean, for anybody that knows me, I mean my social game ain't really that. It's not really that strong. Especially, I left Facebook alone a long time ago.
Okay.
But right now, I'm warming back up to IG.
Okay.
So y'all can hit me up at DN30001. Yeah. So
There it is.
I'll be on there sometimes.
Yeah, I get it.
Sometimes. So
I
man,
get it. I get it.
man, I appreciate y'all, man. It's been fun, man.
Hey, man.
Yeah,
Appreciate
I like
you,
y'all
brother.
flow.
Thank you.
Thanks, man.
Appreciate it.
Before we go, we do have something for you, man.
Oh,
that we
yeah.
want to give to you, man. You know.
Oh, I get something.
And we really appreciate you coming on, man.
I was about to hit the button and all, man. Thank you.
Oh,
So this is a gift, man. My wife made this.
word, man. Shouts out to
Since
your
he's
wife.
not on the mic, his wife made that.
Oh,
so,
yeah, this is a gift. My wife made this.
Oh,
It's a special tumbler. She's on Instagram 3_bears_crafts.
oh, hold
Just
up.
a custom joint right here.
Let me follow that, yo.
You know what I'm saying? Let me-
Yeah, show
That's
the
crazy,
camera.
man. Put that on.
there you go.
we got that.
It has
Yo,
DN3 on the back right there.
yo, I appreciate your wife, man. I'm gonna follow that right now, man. That is so dope.
So this is yours, man.
I
That
appreciate.
is yours.
Yo,
So it's a one of one, man. Got your name on there and everything, brother.
yo, this is crazy. Great space, man. Yo, I appreciate it, man. Who I got? What I gotta follow again?
It's 3_
Underscore.
bears
Yeah.
_ and it should be crafts.
Crafts. Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
There it is.
Yeah, there it is.
Yep.
Yeah. That is so dope, man. Shout her out. Man,
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, man,
I ain't
no
never
problem.
get nothing like this before.
I figured it's something
Yeah,
that you could
man.
take everywhere, brother. You know what I mean?
This is staying in the crib, man. Yeah, man. This is in the studio, man. I appreciate
Bet, man.
that,
Appreciate
Nice.
you, brother.
You got
Thank
it,
you, sir.
man.
Thank
No
you, sir.
doubt.
Oh, man.
Man, you gotta put me on, man.
Anyways,
Yeah.
you guys stay safe. You guys stay positive out there.
And as always, this is the Gray Space. Peace.
Peace.